Have you ever wondered what it really takes to go from just dreaming about something to actually doing it? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty unique philosophy called Just Jump, founded by an entrepreneur named Manny O. And it's all built on this one simple but powerful idea that real change, starts with a single leap.
Right at the heart of this whole thing is this powerful call to action. It's this core belief that you can't just sit around and wish for things to happen. You have to take that first decisive step. But, okay, what happens after you jump? Let's get into it.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start with the main idea, the call to jump. Then we'll look at the framework they use. Check out their really cool symbolic numbers, see how the community model works, and finally, we'll cover how you can actually get involved.
So first up, what does it actually mean to just jump? Is it just a catchy slogan, or is there something deeper going on here?
Yeah, it's way more than just a phrase. It's what they call the essential first leap of faith. You know that moment? The one where you decide to just go for it, to act on a dream, even if you don't have the whole path figured out? It's all about making that commitment to move from just thinking about it to actually doing it.
Okay, but one single jump, that's probably not enough to get you where you want to go, right? So how do you turn that first leap into real, sustained progress? Well, that's exactly where the JUMP framework comes in. It gives you a clear path forward. The acronym JUMP breaks it all down into 4 pretty simple steps. You start with the jump. That's your leap of faith. Then comes U for understand. You got to get what the mission is all about. From there, you become a member. You join the community. And finally, P is for participate, where you bring your own skills and talents to the table. It's a whole journey, really, from just you taking action to becoming part of a collective impact.
Now, beyond these practical steps, this is where things get really interesting. The movement has this deep philosophical layer, and believe it or not, it's built on a unique system of symbolic numbers. Each one has a really specific meaning, and they're all tied to icons of greatness. It all kicks off with the number 1. And what does that represent? You. That's right. In this whole philosophy, the individual, you, is always the most important piece of the puzzle. Because let's face it, if you don't take that first step, nothing else can happen.
From there, we add the number 8. This one symbolizes greatness and is directly inspired by Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality. That relentless, obsessive drive to get a little bit better every single day. It also represents having 8 great people on your team.
And then we add 23. And you probably already know what this one's about, all-time greatness. It's a direct nod to the legacy of Michael Jordan, an absolute icon of peak performance and what it means to be the best.
So check this out. This is how it all adds up. You take 1 for you. You add 8 for greatness. And you add 23 for all-time greatness. And what do you get? 32. This is what they call the magic number. It represents that sweet spot, that place where your individual effort combines with this collective greatness, and that's where the magic really happens.
Okay, so you have this philosophy, you have these cool numbers, but how does any of this work in the real world? How does it become a community? Well, the movement uses a really simple story to explain its whole economic and social model.
So to get how this works, let's meet this kid, little Manolo. He's an 8-year-old dreamer, and he has a problem that I think we can all relate to. The one thing he wants more than anything is just a little too expensive for him.
See, he wants this $20 magical repeater deck. It's essential for some of the cooler tricks, but all he can afford is a standard $5 deck of playing cards.
But here's where it gets clever. Instead of just giving up, Manolo and his friends get creative. They realize that if they work together, they can create the value that none of them could achieve on their own. And this part is super important. This isn't about fundraising or asking for handouts. It's about creating value through teamwork.
And that simple little story? That perfectly illustrates what they call the ecosystem of greatness. It's a model that's all about collective action and mutual benefit. It's specifically designed to be the complete opposite of those exploitative systems, you know the ones, where for some people to win, a whole lot of other people have to lose. This is a win-win system.
All right, so last but not least, let's look at the practical side of things. How do you actually get involved? What's interesting is that they don't frame it as fees or dues. Instead, they're called dream gifts that you contribute to the ecosystem.
The whole financial side is built to be super inclusive. I mean, it starts at just $1, which is really a symbol that says anyone, absolutely anyone, can be a part of the dream. From there, the other levels actually tie back into the philosophy we just talked about, scaling up to a monthly commitment for folks who want to get more deeply involved.
But the main principle here, the big takeaway, is that this is about way more than money. It's a whole culture built on inclusivity. There are no VIP levels here. Everybody is valued equally, and you're encouraged to contribute in whatever way feels right for you, with your time, your skills, or a donation. And there's absolutely no pressure.
And in the end, the entire Just Jump philosophy really boils down to this one idea, a powerful question for anyone out there who's standing on the edge of a dream. So, what will your verse be?